Would it be better if everyone had a table? Would that be easier? Would it be easier if everyone had a table?
No, then we have to throw away.
Oh yeah, especially with
Okay.
the line stuff. It's crazy.
So there's,
Oh, I see. Oh.
I didn't actually devise how long I wanted you guys to take this for. So should we try 20 minutes? And then we can go through it together? And then we'll mark each other's, but we'll go through it together. Is that good? Okay. It's not too formal, so
20 or
should we do 10?
10.
10? Yeah, 10 minutes, I guess. Okay, so we can start now.
Have like an extra pen?
Oh, yes, I do. I have pens. Oh, yes.
Ilan ka na kalamu? Everybody has got a pen?
Yeah, go and get the pen. Go and get the pen.
It's okay. It's okay. We're gonna go through it together, so. It's okay. That's okay. We'll go through it together. It doesn't matter if you get it right or wrong. We're gonna learn either ways. So I'll also take it with you guys so that I know how long it will take.
Similar to my language.
Similar?
Yeah.
Ah.
In my language, started as a date.
So Tarehe will always be the date, and then we can say today was the 11th of August, which is spelled like that in Swahili, 2024. Yeah. Can everyone see? Is it really far? I feel like I'm really far today.
We've got a black marker there for you.
Oh, awesome. I want to borrow this one from them.
That is one. A
Thank
black
you.
one.
Yeah, I've seen it. Oh, I was trying to open the wrong side. Oh, this is nice. Okay. So section A, we can go through the first one. This is our phrase "Jina langu ni," and you can tell from the "jina," which was kind of a really big hint. I don't know why I did that, but
Name means my name is.
yeah, my name is.
My name
So
is.
name is Jina. Is ni, and then langu is mine. So you would write Jina langu ni, because it would make sense to say langu jina ni. Yeah. I don't know why it wouldn't make sense. It just in Swahili, it just wouldn't. So my name was Jina langu ni. Did we get that? How are we feeling about that one? Was it good? Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. So the second word was nimetokea. Here. Which tokea is from. And nime. So nimetokea came from. So yeah. So the translation would be I came from, or I am from. That's why I put this in quotation marks, just because it can be either. Yeah. Was that okay? Is that one a bit tougher? Yeah?
Can I ask now or later?
Yeah, you can ask now.
Yeah.
So, ni is also is, ni is also I.
So ni, when it's not in a sentence, is.
Okay, separate.
Yeah, but if ni is part of a word, we're gonna see in today's lesson actually. When ni is part of a word, it actually symbolizes something else. So it will be in, like, I did something. Oh, hello. Like I did something. So this is more of I in a word.
Okay.
Yeah. So it can stand for ni, can stand for just as itself.
Okay.
And if it's put at the starting of the word, it symbolizes I, because Swahili doesn't have pronouns. So we're going to see that literally like after this. Yeah. But that is, yeah, that's a good distinction to know. So, yeah. I hope that was a bit clear. It'll be clearer in the next few minutes. And the third one was, oh, let me give you a paper. So we just did a 10-minute quiz test, and we're just going through the answers.
How many of you got that right so far?
Yep.
Yeah? You're writing it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's cheating.
I haven't had a chance to study. Like, don't out me like that.
Just put a star on it if you didn't get it right. I'm not gonna collect these. These are you guys to have, and then you can take. I have extra copies because I thought 20 people were gonna come. I don't know why, but I have extra copies if you wanna take it and then redo it sometime down the week,
Yeah.
just to jog your memory. And so the third sentence is na wewe ye.
Yeah.
Sorry, my J's are a bit weird. But na wewe ye, which is and. So the direct translations, this is and, wewe is you. Yeah, I don't know if there's a proper direct translation for this word, but this whole sentence means what about you? Because, yeah, na wewe ye, yeah. The sentence means what about you, but you won't get a direct translation of that sentence because
Is it like is Gia like a directive when you're talking about somebody else?
Yeah.
So you say something at the end, you say G.
Yeah.
It's in reference to them.
Yeah.
Would that be the best way to describe it? So
It's kind of more. It's more polite to say that. Yeah. If you say na wewe, it's
What about you?
yeah. You can say that, but if you're talking to someone who's your age or maybe younger, you can say na wewe.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Because na wewe also means like what about you?
Yeah.
But yeah is kind of like being nicer with it. So you're like, no, yeah, it's like a,
It's sort of like, yeah, and what about you? Or, and what about you? It's
yeah, it's like a
little
softer,
expression and
yeah.
with that sort of
It's
gesture
a
in
invited
mind.
gesture. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's just like, it's encouraging like someone to talk, or it's, if your first time you're meeting someone, you'd say na wewe ye and whatnot. Yeah, because it's just a more inviting way of saying that sentence. You can completely miss that one and be like na wewe, but as long as you're cautious with your tone, because Swahili again is all about being polite, really
Yeah,
polite.
so that's, yeah, I get it.
That's why there's no direct translation of what this is.
Yeah.
But there are some words in Swahili that don't have direct translation, but this is one of them. And the fourth one, can I erase this? Is everyone good with me erasing? Did everyone get this?
Yeah.
Yeah? Cool. Oh, I do not like this eraser. There was a better one down here. Yay. Oh, that's even worse. Okay. Oh, okay. It's just someone ripped out the bottom. That's interesting. Okay, and so the fourth one is the word shikamo or shikamo, depending on how fast you want to say it.
Greetings.
Yes.
To elders.
Greetings to elders. So it's just greetings.
Shikamo.
Yeah. So shikamo can literally come in as good morning, good evening, good afternoon. It's a greeting. So I'll put this in. So it could be good morning. Just put that. Good morning. It could be good afternoon. It could be good evening. Yeah. It wouldn't be good night though, because it's a greeting. Yeah. But yeah. And it's funny, in Swahili we don't really have good morning. Like we have za asubuhi, which is habari asubuhi, yeah. So some people would say za asubuhi, which is like how is the morning, or how are you this morning, or how's your morning going, but not really like good morning. But we don't really have good night either. Usiku mwema, which is that is kind of good night, yeah.
It is usiku mwema.
Usiku mwema, yeah. So we do have good night. We just don't have these because they just come under that. If you're greeting elders, or you can say za saizi or habari za saizi, which is habari za Sa easy. Yeah. That word you can substitute it for because it's like how you been going now, like about now. Yeah. So they could be habari za asubuhi, which is morning. Habari za mchana, which is afternoon. Habari za jioni, which is evening. Morning. So it could be, you can substitute this word if you want to be more specific and tell them how is your morning, asubuhi. Sorry. You can substitute this for afternoon if you want to be specific to afternoon, or you can substitute it for evening. Yeah. So there is words similar to good morning, but I can't say, if I'm addressing someone who's older than me, I can start with shikamo and they're like marahaba, and then I can be like, oh, habari za asubuhi. So I can follow up with, so how is your morning, or how's your morning, how's the morning been going? But I can't start with this if someone is older than me. Yeah. But if someone is older than you, you don't have to say shikamo. You can just say habari, or habari za saizi, or habari za one of these three variations, just because, yeah. Again, this is where the respect comes in Swahili. Again, the whole language is centered around politeness and respect. So. And then we have the word that we looked at last week, which is karibu. Oh, I had homework for some of you guys who were there last week to go find out, but we'll talk about that in a second. Karibu. What did people write for this word?
Welcome.
Welcome. Did everyone say welcome? Okay. Yes, it is welcome. But there's also another translation that we talked about last week. If you were here, which was come here, which was yeah, come in. Yeah. In. And the third one, which was karibu, niko karibu na Wallace.
I'm near Wallace.
Yes. So it can be near
you. Niko karibu na Mia.
or close to. Yeah. And this can mean like near or close to in the sense of like near as in distance. It can be near as in like good friends. So there is three meanings, but we focus on this one a lot more. And at least in these lessons. Yeah. So there's that. And that's the first section done. And the second, did everyone get karibu? Yeah? If you didn't, that's okay. But yeah, as long as you just wrote that. So section 2 is write the number in Swahili, or andika namba zifuatazo, which are 56, 6, 900, 11, and 2024. Did anyone get the bonus one?
I didn't get any of it.
It's okay. Do you know? That's all right. That's all right. Let me bring up the numbers and we can work through it together. 56. 56. Let me that here because I need this.
I'm seeing
Have I moved the angle? Sorry.
Hamsini na saba.
Hamsini na saba.
Sita.
Hamsini na sita.
Sita.
Sita. Because this is 6.
Sita.
Yeah. Sita. So it is hamsini na
Sita.
sita. Why do we say hamsini na sita?
Nah, because you're adding another number to another number. It's like a junction, isn't it? Conjunction.
Yes. So how would you say it in English? How would you say it in English?
50
Like,
and 6.
yes. So with Swahili, we looked at it the past couple weeks where they will say the tens or the starting number as a full number first, and then they'll add the other numbers later. So if it's 56, it will be 50 first, and then
Plus
6. Yeah. So it'll be
And 6.
yeah. So it'll be 50 and 6. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like saying plus 6.
Mm.
Yeah. So it's the same logic. And then there we had we just did it 6 sita. Everyone good on that one?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we have this one. What was this one?
Tisa Mia.
Mia. You have to start with
Mia.
I said Tisa Mia Moja.
Mia na Ticina.
Flip
No.
You have to flip.
Tisa?
Ticini.
Yes.
Mia. Yeah, Mia Tisa.
So you said it, but you put it like, yeah, Mia Tisa. So 90 is Ticini, but because this is, so this is where same logic, but just different way you think about it is that you have 9 hundreds. So you would say 9 hundreds. So Mia Tisa. So 9 hundreds.
Just Mia Tisa?
Yeah, so not like Tisa Mia, because,
Oh, okay.
yeah, you start with the bigger number first.
So
Yeah, so you'd always say Mia Tisa.
Mia Tisa.
Just like how you wouldn't
But if
say.
you put a 9, there's 109.
Yes. So if you flip it and say Mia Natisa, it would tell you, you'll be saying 109.
At 9.
Yeah,
Right, so this is,
Just
so
Mia
Mia
Tisa.
Tisa is 900s.
yes. Because it's Tisa and then Mia. So Mia is 100, Tisa is 9, so you have 900s. Yeah.
Mia Tisa.
So how do you say it again? Tisa Mia Moja?
Mia Tisa.
Mia Tisa.
Mia Tisa.
Yeah.
Mia Tisa.
Yeah.
So you put the bigger number first.
Yes. So I'll put this here. Oh my gosh, why am I writing so crazy today? Yeah. So always have the bigger number first. And then we had this number, which was, we break it down into 2 again. You have that.
Kumi na moja.
Yes. Always the bigger number first. So kumi na moja. If you put the moja na kumi, would you get some weird looks because they would know what you're trying to say, but everyone would be like, don't do that. Yeah. It's like saying 6 and 900. Like it's just wrong, but it isn't really. Yeah. And we had the big number, which was the year 2024. And what did people put for that? Thinking about putting the bigger number first?
Mabili. No. Elfu. That's 1,000, right? Elfu.
Yes. Yeah, I put a little cheat sheet here. So Elfu is 1,000. Yep. How many 1,000s do you have?
2.
So that will be Elfu.
What's
Mojo.
2? What's
Oh,
2?
Billy.
Billy.
Yeah, that will be Elfu Mbili.
Elfu
So we have
Mbili.
Elfu
Billy.
Mbili.
Mbili.
Oh my god. Mbili. Na and
Ishirinina.
What's 20?
yes.
What's 20? You
Ishirini.
got it.
Ishirini.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Na nne.
Nne.
Yep, exactly that. So if the number was this, what would it be?
Elfu.
Same logic.
Mbili na moja.
Elfu.
Oh no, it's 124 now.
It's 124. Yeah, it's not.
Mia.
Elfu Moja.
Elfu mbili.
Elfu mbili mia moja. Mia na mbili. Mia ma. Ne. How do you say that? 4?
Mia. You missed the number.
Mia mbili.
Mia mbili.
No.
Mia mbili is 100.
Mia
So
na
200.
mbili. Mia na mbili.
Ishirini.
No.
Not exactly. So you have two. You have 2,000. So
Yeah.
elfu mbili.
Elfu mbili.
And then you have 100,
Yeah.
which is
Mia.
mia.
Yeah.
So Mia. Yes, moja. And then you have 24. So ishirini.
Ishirini
Na,
na nne.
Nne.
it's official, I can only count
Yeah.
to 100.
So good, yeah. So you have 2124
But you
Yeah.
wouldn't put it that way.
Yeah.
And say, what's a year today?
You-
What's a year?
Yeah, I mean we're not a century ahead, so
Yeah.
we don't have to worry about that. But if we did, if you were counting money and we had to worry about 2,124, if anyone has 4 cents. Oh, $4. Sorry, I'm thinking Tanzanian. But if you had $4 and you had someone who came in the bank and they're like, I want to deposit $2,124. Can you tell me that in Swahili? No one would ask you that in New Zealand. But would you tell me that in Swahili? And you would say 2,000 na. You can choose. So na here is optional, but most people don't. Some people do. It's optional. So 2,124. Most people don't use this because it just sounds awkward. So most people are like 2,124. So the na would come in here.
It's a bit like,
That, to
Yeah.
say mwaka, you can't say
Yes.
mwaka, a sentence of 2020.
Year means mwaka.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you would start by saying, let's say we're saying 2024. It would be
Mwaka.
mwaka
Mwaka.
2024.
2024.
So
What's
that would
zero?
be year, huh?
What's 0?
Oh, that's the bonus question. Did anyone get it? Did anyone get 0? 0 is sifuri.
What's that?
Sifuri. I put that as a bonus because I mentioned it last week, but I didn't put it there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but sifuri. You would not say sifuri anywhere when you're saying numbers. Well, not numbers, but when you wouldn't say it. So if I had like 2024, yeah, you wouldn't say this either because it's too
Yeah.
small. It's smaller than all the numbers. So I've never run into a time where you need to say it. I don't think you need to say it unless you're
What if
telling
you say
people.
how much you have and you say 0?
Oh, yeah, then you can say it. When you have nothing, then you can say it. But if you have something like this is kumi. If you have that, it's 100. You can't say kumi na sifuri.
No.
That doesn't make any sense because it's like 10 and 0, so it's just 10. And yeah, so 0 isn't a number that's said when you're counting. Yeah.
If you were to say, I have nothing, would that be a different word, or would you say sifuri?
You'd say sina kitu.
Sina
So
kitu.
I don't have anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
So
the word for nothing or not having anything isn't sifuri.
yes.
Okay.
Unless you want to say I have 0, which is nasifuri.
How do you use that?
Yeah.
In
Yeah. It's not very.
day-to-day sort of,
No, it's not
Shopping?
very used, yeah.
yeah.
Unless you're trying to make fun of someone, which would be not nice. They won't make fun of people.
Well, unaitwa sufuri.
When someone is like, so my brother used to say this to me whenever I did something very stupid. So he would be like, we'll be doing something and I would mess up, and he's like, where's sifuri? Like, you 0. He's just like, why are you so, yeah. So,
can I just say that
Oh.
the difference between 2024 or 2024 is the difference between the way, so I'd say it in New Zealand English, I'd say 2024.
Yeah.
Whereas American English tends to say 2024 without the and.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's the na is optional depending on what dialect.
Yeah,
So in
so
English,
the second part of that, so the na in the 2024, 2024, that's mandatory. You have to say na. Because if you say, oh, actually,
very similar to the difference in
yeah,
so
you can choose not to
2024 in
say it.
American or 2024,
Yeah.
which is what we tend to say in New Zealand with British English.
Yeah, if it's
Very similar
informal, you'd say it
construction.
like that. So in Swahili as well. So if you say 2024, that's informal, so you didn't include the na. But if I say 2024, that's more formal. Yeah. So you're completely right. It is a more informal way of saying it. Yeah. Yes.
What's the trick to learn the pattern? Because just looking at the words, so 6 is sita,
Yeah.
then there's sitini, there's saba, sabini, tisa, tisini,
Yeah.
but it goes off on the other ones like kumi,
Yeah.
nane, tano.
So the
une.
only.
Why is it not uneni, ini,
Yeah.
or nane, nini?
Yeah.
Then mentally it's just
You
easier
just
to.
have to memorize it.
Yeah, there's only like 3 numbers that have that pattern, and it's very irritating because you only have 6, 7, and 9 that have it.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because other Latin languages, when you're looking at French and even when you're looking at Spanish, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 have similar, and 19 have similar ways of saying it. It's like, what is this? Like, 1, 2, 3, like the cuatro, cinco, seis, siete. And then if you put it in the tens, it's, oh my gosh, now I'm challenging my Spanish. But it is like that. I do remember that being a thing. But in Swahili, it's just, these are the only numbers that have that trick.
It's the same in
Unfortunately.
Malaysian as well, in Bahasa Melayu.
Yeah,
So if you add, so satu is 1,
yeah.
dua is 2. If you want to say 12, it will be dua belas. If you want to say 20, is dua puluh. So the pulo adds the 0. So if it's 4, empat pulo. Lima pulo, 50. Or 5.
Doesn't change.
So it's very easy.
It doesn't
Yeah.
change. Some language are like this.
Yeah.
Even Tagalog they're different, totally different.
Yeah, to each number.
Yeah, yeah.
And also when you put it in the tens.
Yeah, even Java language is different.
This is it.
So you just need to memorize it.
Yeah, I would say there's literally no trick. You literally just have to memorize it. Until you get to the Mias, you have to worry about that. So technically speaking, the only numbers you have to memorize in Swahili are those, and the kumi, mia, and elfu. Those are the ones you have to memorize. And then after that, you can just play with it. Yeah, because everything will fall under that umbrella. Yeah. Until you start getting to like the 100,000s, which is laki, and then you have the millions, which is milioni, and then billions, which is bilioni. So, yeah, and then it gets a bit ridiculous after that. But yeah, pretty much that's it.
Yeah, can we just go through them, the sound,
Yes,
to say it so that we can all say it loudly?
Yeah.
Because hearing is
is better.
the sound.
Yeah. So we can go through them, of course. Would you guys want to go through the 1 to 10, or are we comfortable with that? 1 to 10? Okay.
Because there were not here, quite a few people here.
True. So it's moja.
To say it all
We'll say it together.
after me.
Moja,
Moja,
mbili,
mbili,
tatu,
tatu,
nne,
nne,
tano,
tano,
sita,
sita,
saba,
saba,
nane,
nane,
tisa,
tisa,
kumi.
kumi.
Yeah.
I remember that song.
Moja, mbili, tatu.
Yeah.
Which part is the Arabic? Which part is the
When you
Part
come
two.
to the 20s.
Yeah. There's the Arabic kicks in on the 20s and the 30s. Yeah. So the thalathini, arobaini,
yes.
hamsini.
Hamsini?
Yep.
Yeah.
Themanini.
But
That's
Saba is Sabbath.
yeah. So Saba
Sabbath.
is
which
Sab.
is 7.
Yeah. Yeah. We do have a lot of. Oh yeah, that is where it comes in. Because I used to always think it comes in there.
Oh, well,
But yeah.
Hebrew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Arabic.
Sabah.
So
Sabah. Yeah.
there is. Should we start at kumi
Yeah.
together? So kumi na,
Kumina,
ishirini na,
ishirini na,
thalathini na,
thelathini na,
arobaini na,
arobaini na,
hamsini na,
hamsini na,
sitini na,
sitini na,
sabini na,
sabini na,
themanini na,
themanini na,
tisini na,
tisini na,
mia na.
mia na.
So na is and.
Yeah.
So the number itself would be ishirini, but if you want to say 21, you say ishirini na moja. Yeah, yeah.
And just to double check, 11 is kumi na moja?
Moja.
Yes,
Moja?
moja. Yeah,
Moja?
Oh yeah, more.
moja. Yeah,
Moja.
yeah,
J,
moja.
J, J.
But
The J is like kind of.
But yeah, we were
Yeah.
talking about this, right? It's not like
Yeah.
a jump, it's like yip or a,
Yeah, yeah, it's yeah.
Depending on where
But
you're
it's
from.
like not moja.
okay.
Yeah, it's you get it. Like it's
It's
softer.
They are
Oh.
saying
So you're
different.
different.
They are
Wait,
saying
how do you
different.
say
She
moja?
say jump.
Moja.
Moja.
But yours is more J.
But she was like, jump, jump.
Oh, you say
Yeah.
moja.
Yeah.
Ah, I just say moja. I think I'm just more relaxed.
Mombasa,
Yeah.
they'll say the same way,
Moja.
moja.
Yeah.
Nairobi, moja. It depends on where you are and what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So sort of a dialectical difference.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Kenyans tend to pronounce things more strictly or harshly. So it will be moja. What's another word that you guys say and I'm always like, yeah, Tanzanians tend to say things more relaxed in a way.
And
Yeah.
the coastal Kenya as
Yeah,
well. It's
yeah.
more relaxed.
And it's more, it blends.
not a business.
Yeah. We don't have very like mtu. I would say mtu. People in Kenya would say mutu, which is very like, yeah, it's a harsher way of saying it, but not harsh in the sense of like it's not polite, but it's like you were really strict on saying everything, and we just roll all the letters into each other.
Yeah, the rhythm
Yeah.
of it in central Kenya it misses. But if you go to the coastal Kenya, the rhythm of the language, the flowing of the language is more coastal, more like Tanzania. Yeah, so it's the rhythm that you miss in Kenya. Yeah, the flow. Yeah.
So it's just, you can tell the more you go to the coast of Zanzibar, of Tanzania, people talk their English faster, and then when you go to Zanzibar, they just roll. Like everything just blends into everything else, and it's really fast. So, yeah, it's just dialect difference. Yeah.
but it's, kumi na moja is 11.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, did we finish this? Oh, we did it. Okay. So we have section C where we're counting all the syllables. And I asked you guys last week if we could find the syllables for asante. Did anyone check it? For the word asante, could find out if the N was a syllable on its own.
On my page.
Did everyone see?
I had a look at a guide of pronunciation and
Yeah.
suggested asante.
Yeah, asante. So it was 3.
So that was just a
So
guide
three?
of pronunciation, it didn't say syllables, but that was the way.
Yeah. So the main hypothesis is 3.
Two syllables?
Yeah. So we were having that. Was it 3 or was it 4 syllables in the word asante?
Depends on who's saying it and where
Okay.
you're from.
Was it 3? And was it?
Because I've heard it
3?
said both ways.
Yeah.
So how many?
Yeah, I've heard it
Asante.
said with 4
It's
syllables or with 3.
asante. Yeah.
Like asante and asante.
Huh.
And I'd say that's 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, it depends on who's saying it to me,
Okay.
and where they're from.
Let's.
But the words
Can
stay
someone
the same.
Google it right now? This is giving very. Because, yeah, that was meant to be the homework, but we can look at it in a bit. Yeah. We can look at it in a bit and see what Google says. If Google. Sometimes Google is not very.
That.
Yeah, when it comes
You'll
to.
do it.
Yeah, no, I don't. Huh?
But what about you? What would you?
I would say it is 3.
3.
Upon like further thinking about it, because I'm like, I don't think N would just stand on its own. But the only reason I'll think it's 4 is because of the letter 4. The number 4. It's nne. So is that 1 syllable or is that 2 syllables?
2.
Oh, that's one.
That was 2. So if that's 2, then this has to be 2 as well.
That's not in the front, is it?
Yeah. Huh, that's
It's because
So,
it's
like,
a
yeah.
But then would that
So it's
stand
two.
for everything that has an N in front of it? That if it's an
But it has to be at the
one
beginning.
syllable. Yeah, but like, if
Mele,
the asa
mele.
is 2 syllables,
Mm.
and asante is the third one. So that section of the word, doesn't that make the other ones that we thought were 2 1 now? If the same rule applies?
Huh.
I just thought if there's 2 consonants
Yeah.
together, it has to be at the front for it to be its own syllable. Not
That
in
is
the,
also a
not in the
plausible
word.
rule, yeah. That's how at least I've thought about it.
Yeah, like mbili.
Yeah.
That's
Billy, yeah.
So the M's and the
Actually, I think that's one syllable.
Can I say something? I think
Yeah.
the best way I will look at it is the way I sounded Asante, because if we become analytical, analyzing, it will take too much time.
Yeah.
But just let it flow, the language, Asante. When you meet somebody, how do I say thank you? Asante.
Yeah.
Oh, Asante.
Yeah, but
That's still-
this thing that we're doing now is we have to tell how many syllables they are.
Yeah.
So we have to be analytical in a sense.
Yeah.
Not when we're speaking about the activity
So
that we're
can we
doing now.
agree on how many?
No.
No, we cannot agree. And now you brought more problems. Yeah. We brought even more problems because now I'm thinking about it, and B is one syllable.
Yeah.
Yeah. So B, that would be 2
The same rule
syllables.
applies to everything. It's
Yeah.
fine. Even though it sounds like it's 2, it's 1.
But the thing of 2 consonants being at the starting of the word, making it 2 different syllables,
Yeah.
that is very plausible.
Mm.
So I am, okay. We will have to go back and deliberate and then come back. So this is for real now.
Because there's a lot of 2 consonants at this, together at the beginning of the word.
Yeah.
There's beats in Kiswahili.
Yeah, there is
Yeah.
a lot. Yeah. Okay. And I've always known them to stand on their own.
Yeah.
So, okay. That is something to think about. So we can move to section C. So we had the word asubui. How many syllables was that? 4. And they are? Okay. And second word habari. How many syllables were in that?
Bari.
3. And there were habari here. Ngombe. How many syllables?
Sounds
That's
like,
where it's-
sounds
that's
like
where you're
2.
like, is it
Yeah, that's where it gets
not
trickier because it's
a standalone syllable? or is
because
it
we
part
had
of the whole?
this. You know the nga.
Nombe,
How many syllables did you say?
nombe. So it could be 2, and it could be,
It could be 1 with this one, so it could be 2
it could
syllables.
be 2 syllables, yeah.
Yeah.
Nombe.
I hated this part of Swahili. I'm not gonna lie. When I was in
This
year,
is grammar.
when I was learning this in primary, I hated it because I don't think I could count them properly because like you could just mess up the pronunciation and get it wrong. But yeah, so I think it is 2 syllables.
So how to pronounce it? Is it Naombe or Ngombe?
Ngombe. Yeah. So no, that's the one accent that's the only accent we have in Swahili. That and it's
Entereo? No.
yeah.
No. So.
Yeah. So instead of just like nga, let's say like the student association at school, nga tawira, we would put this, like the accent on it, so it would be nga and then tawira. Yeah. Yeah. Which is interesting. I didn't know that in someone nga is this.
Yeah.
That was really interesting to know. But side note.
And everybody knows what that word means?
Cozy.
Did you say mbuzi? That's a goat.
It's a goat boozy. It's a cow.
I got chased by a goat when I was young in Kenya.
They tend to do that. They're very ferocious.
Yeah,
for no
they are.
reason.
I got
Here's another one I just thought of.
Yeah.
Mayai.
My eggs.
Eggs.
Yeah. So do you wanna break that? Do you wanna break that down?
So it's M's 1 syllable.
Mayai. Mayai.
Oh.
Ma, ya, e.
Oh, so
So
there's
that'll be
3.
3. Yeah. Yeah.
So how does it pronounce? Mayai or mayai?
Mayai.
Mayai.
Yeah. So when you're pronouncing the vowels, a, e, I, o, u, and so mayai.
But you don't
Yeah.
have to stress that E.
You don't have to stress it as much.
So-
Yeah.
Yeah,
So saying my eye is okay.
Mayai. Yeah.
yeah, my eye.
This is the most I've ever said eggs in like one sitting. Yeah. But yeah, mayai is yeah. Does that make it easier?
My eye.
My eye.
Does that make it
Yeah.
easier to pronounce? Is it better? Oh, okay. The second word, I mean the fourth word was anasoma, which is. So that wasn't meant to be. I
Anasoma?
said they. It could be
Som?
such he or she is reading.
Wana.
Yeah. Wanasoma is they are reading, but I
Soma.
put they as like
Song
yeah soma. So soma.
means what?
Soma means read. It can mean read or study. Yeah. So anasoma,
When does it become a doing word?
a doing word, soma. When you put like ana, wana, tuna. So when you put the
Nina.
ana
She or he.
or when you put ku. So this is like the action of reading. So ku soma is the action of reading or the action of studying.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you put this, it's like you make it a sentence, sort of they are, or she, let's say she or he is reading. That's why I put this as they, by the way, just to clear that up. I didn't mean it as plural, I meant it as like they, as in, yeah, one person. But, yeah, that's when it becomes a verb. Kusoma is a verb itself. And then putting it in a sentence, anasoma, and then what are they reading? Or you can just be like anasoma, which is a sentence on its own. Yeah. Well, sort of. Yeah.
The combination, you said study and reading, which sound similar but not the same,
Yeah.
except that in English, and I'll make this comparison, you can say in some English universities they say this person is reading mathematics
Yeah.
in a degree, meaning studying.
Yeah.
But there's that similarity between reading and study
The
in
same
English as well. Reading and studying can be the same in English as well.
Yeah.
As
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's the exact same thing, I
It's
think.
not like it's not a strange thing because in English you have the same setup.
Yeah. I think it follows kind of the same principles in some of these cases. When you're talking about words that have two words associated with it that are similar, it kind of follows the same principle of like someone is reading and someone could be studying. Like the way, at least the way it's put it. Did I get it?
Well, they say the person is reading mathematics for
Yeah.
their degree,
Yeah. but
in fact you could replace it with they are studying. So it's
Yeah.
just English has the same construction.
Yeah. So I can say like anasoma udaktari, or they're studying medicine. So in that way, and it could be the same as like reading. I mean, it could be studying. I'm studying medicine, or it could be like anasoma kitabu cha udaktari. It was like a book
I know.
or a medicine book.
So kitabu is a book.
Well,
Yeah, book. Kitabu is book. Yeah.
same as in Somali.
Yeah. Yes.
Would you need to put an insert, like for instance, if you said anasoma kitabu, would you need to put a word in between?
The
Or
two?
is kitabu fine because it's just one?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can just put like anasoma. That's it. Oh, hold on. This one. Anasoma.
But what book? Oh, you're just reading a book.
but
is-
I'm
yeah,
reading
they're
a
just
book.
reading a
Is
book.
this
Yeah.
grammatically correct,
Yeah.
anasoma
Yeah.
kitabu?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The only part that changes is this part. So when it comes to tenses or like plural singular, this is the part that changes in a sentence, not this part. Yeah. So does that make sense? Did I lose you guys? No? Okay, great. Okay. So there's BB, which everyone got, BB, which was how many syllables? Two. Mea, That was how many syllables?
Two.
Three.
Three.
Oh, 2 or 3.
That was 3. Yeah. That's how to say plant, not plant, sorry. That was a typo. Mea
Plant.
means plant, not the action of planting, but the plant itself. So I'll put it as noun. Yeah. If you want to say planting as in the verb, it's kupanda. Which,
Or climbing.
yeah, which can also mean climbing. You just can't get enough of Swahili because we just love switching up our words.
Or planting.
Yeah. So it could be planting trees. Napanda,
Mbegu.
yeah, mbegu, which I'm planting seeds. Oh,
It's just like doing things with trees.
yeah. Yeah.
Climb
So if
them,
you're,
plant them, you can-
yeah, basically. Oh, you can say napanda mlima, which is I'm climbing a mountain. Napanda
Oh,
ngazi, which is I'm going upstairs, like I'm climbing stairs. Or so it's not necessarily associated with plants. And this could be,
Is it like a word, like a, what, a Swahili word, like panda?
yeah.
What does that mean?
So panda is climb or plant. And then the doing word ku panda. So when you put
Oh, okay,
ku, it becomes a verb.
right.
So ku panda. Yeah.
Okay,
And yeah.
So
And you
you
could
say-
be, huh?
okay, all right.
Yeah.
I'm good.
And you could even say ku panda mlima.
Or kupanda mbegu.
So again, it depends on the context of where you use the
What
word.
if you put na before it?
Nakupanda what? Oh, sorry, that sounded very inappropriate. That was my reaction. I'm sorry, but like, no, you wouldn't put that. Yeah, that doesn't sound very correct.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
No, you're right.
My brain just reacted before I could. Yeah, sorry about that.
You're
But that was a good one. Yes.
So how did that sound inappropriate, like in what sense?
I'm climbing you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's not a good thing to don't say that to people. Yeah. Yeah, so moving on. Sorry, I got very flustered. Yeah.
I was just going to suggest that plants are things which climb. Plants climb,
Ah.
I either climb horizontal or climb up, so it's probably that,
Yeah.
you know, plants climb. So there's probably a similarity of that's what the meaning, but
Yeah.
possibly. They go up.
Yeah. So here you would say this is plants. Plants are climbing. Oh, mimea inapanda. Are climbing the wall.
What?
So if you did I confuse you guys with that? Should we not do this first and then like let's finish?
We're not confused, it's just the how, like how do plants or plant the wall?
Oh, like you know those
They do.
climbing plants, the ones that like wrap their vines around walls and then
As
just
in like
And they're called
crawl along
climbers.
the wall.
yeah. Yeah.
So that's the
They're called
that's the
climbers.
similarity of the word, same word, different,
Yeah.
but subtly different meanings.
Like ivies.
They relate.
Similar.
Right.
Yeah. The meanings definitely do relate. They like there's a lot of correlation when it comes to like the meaning of the word and some of the actions that some of the things it categorizes to. So
But don't say nakupenda.
No.
yeah. Or you can that either means that or you're planting someone. How would you plant a person? This is like that's a bit yeah.
In the ground?
Yeah, like you just
To bury.
dig a ground and just
Plant them.
put a person and then water them and they'll grow. No, like
Well,
no.
they do say, you know, I'll plant you, meaning I'll bury you.
Oh,
Is it in-
yeah, I didn't
So
know
it's like
that.
in the ground, you
It could be like a punishment as well. Like a punishment. You kneel down.
Say they're gonna plant.
How would that be a punishment?
Can you
That
use
would
that
be slang in
example with
English. Somebody.
He's going to plant one of the kids.
I said, like, we're gonna put you in a hole and then just water you until you learn your lesson. No. That would definitely it be such an interesting punishment to have? But okay.
The answer was, for Mia,
Yeah.
3.
Yeah. Yes. Mea.
But like my mother used to say to us, like if you're planting in the garden and everybody's working planting, and then a tiny little shower comes, and some people take off. And that was a no-no because those are the lazy people. They used to say a little shower makes you grow.
Yeah.
So,
Little shower makes you grow.
yeah.
That could say like, cause kua. Oh no, I don't want to get into the how complicated that is. That is also a double meaning word. Never mind. We'll get there. Like literally slide after this one.
Yeah.
So mwenyekiti is how many syllables?
5.
We have
Mwenye.
close 4. What did you think it was 5 though?
The M is 1.
Yeah.
When is 1.
Right.
Yeah. Kitty.
T
When,
and
yeah,
T.
kitty.
Four.
I thought it's 5.
So I do realize where I have confused you. I apologize for that. So the mwe, this is one syllable.
One
I
syllable,
thought
Yeah.
it's 2. Not 1.
Sounds too.
It sounds like 2. Mwenye. I
There's
mean,
no vowel
mwe.
between the M and the W.
Chair.
so
Chair first.
syllables that
Yeah.
have vowels in them.
Yeah, that would be 1.
There's been plenty of.
But everything else is correct.
The mwe
Consonants.
is one and
There's
then
been
the
like,
e.
there's
Yeah.
been plenty of,
Yeah.
like last week.
So-
beside other end.
I don't know when the.
Yeah.
And then starting
the
at the
infinite-
beginning,
there's
I
like
think
the
that should be
ending.
2 syllables.
I think maybe when it's the same letter, like when it's the same consonant, like nne,
One.
when it's the same consonant, then these could be 2 different syllables.
Yeah.
Because
Right.
that's the same.
But it doesn't have.
Yeah. And also like 2 vowels after each other. So in mea,
It doesn't have a vowel.
2 vowels after each other
Because
can't.
of the previous
No,
words
but
that
what
make
followed?
me say that this
Yeah.
one is funny.
Yeah, no, like completely understand. If you didn't tell me that, I wouldn't know where I explained it wrong. But yeah, I think it's when it's 2 consonants. But I will go and check the grammar rules and then I'll come back next week with that. So that will be my homework for y'all.
Spell.
So it's the mwe.
Yeah.
mwe.
But yeah.
So is this pronunciation?
Oh,
Yeah.
it's a silent M, right?
Mwe.
Mwenye. Yeah. You
It's a
say,
silent M.
Like
Mwenye.
you say
Can
in
we
the.
all say mwenye kiti together?
Like I thought I had
Kila mtu waulize.
Mwenye kiti.
Mwenye kiti.
Vowel sounds
Uh-uh.
at the end.
Can we all say mwenye kiti together?
When you
Mwenye kiti.
What does that mean?
So
The
the,
person.
yeah.
Yeah.
So the M is pronounced, but it's pronounced in the syllable. Yes.
I have a question. So like
Person.
the number 4,
Somebody
is that 2 syllables or 1?
The number 4.
Nne.
That's 2 syllables.
So n on its own in that word is its own syllable.
Ne. Yeah.
Because that's just what's confusing.
That's the confusing
Because
part. Yeah.
sometimes it's on its own and sometimes
It's together or something. So I'm thinking maybe the rule is that when 2 letters of the same are next to each other, then that makes them 2 different syllables. I'm thinking that that's what it is, because
But you
that would make the
double
most
Or like
sense.
in
Yeah, I would double check that.
Or like
And-
in me.
Yeah, me. Yeah, me, ah. And that's what it,
3, right?
Because
Yeah.
yeah. So I think it's when it's 2 consonants together. That's when it's 2 different syllables. Yeah.
Because they're pronounced individually.
Yes.
You're not saying mea.
Yeah.
It's mea.
Yeah.
So it's the way it's pronounced with that sort of stops and thing.
Yeah. You yes, exactly
Because
that.
there's an implied
Mhm.
sort of stop or something
Yeah,
after it.
there's and then you have mea. Because if it was just, if these 2 were pronounced as one, like if this was silent, it would just be mea. And that would be like, yeah.
Wouldn't it?
Yeah, but that's, yeah, I think it's that. But I will double check and come back with the grammar rules next week. Yeah. More incentive to come next week. There is also ngozi, which is 2 syllables. This is where that rule now is. Ngo, Z. Yeah. So you have 2 syllables. And there's shukuru, which is thank, and it is 3 syllables. Do we all get that?
Yeah.
What are the 3 syllables?
Yeah.
Shoo, hoo, hoo, hoo.
Yeah. Okay. Now we can actually move on to the more complicated lesson. How was that test? How did you guys feel about that? Was that good? Was that bad? Could it have been simpler? Could it have been more general?
And does anybody know the meaning of ngozi? Skin. And the last one? Shukuru.
It's on the sheet. It's on the sheet. We can, oh yes, we know that.
Okay.
Okay, so we have tenses. I think I'll just show you the original one. I'll do this first and then we can go into tenses. So now we're actually moving on to the lesson.
How many minutes?
Oh, true.
Do we get the slide or?
Yes, yes, please, just give me your emails if you guys don't mind me sending
I
through
couldn't
email.
find that.
The book? Okay, does everyone mind writing their emails? I'll have a sheet by in 5 minutes and
I'll
then
give them, yeah.
everyone can write their emails. Is that okay? So I can send you guys all the slides from the starting?
Yeah.
Also, there is a QR code and a website that links to a kamusi, which is a Swahili dictionary. So that's also a really good resource that I found. I found another resource which I won't share today because it will confuse everyone, but I'll share in 2 weeks time. I feel like we'll be somewhere there. Yeah. Okay. So when we were talking about the words and stuff like that, and when it becomes a verb and when it doesn't, we have ways of addressing people, because Swahili doesn't have pronouns. So we don't have any she, oh my gosh, what is up with my writing today? She or he. We don't have that. We just have you, me, they, we. Yeah, that's it. So that's why here, yeah. So we can talk about 3 ways that we say words. So there is you being the first person. So it's like I, we, and then there's the second person, which is like she, he, which is just and them, and then there's the third person, which is not talking about, which is kind of similar to the second person actually.
She, he was not.
Oh,
you
so
said he was third, but it's actually second.
yeah. So there's
Oh, sorry.
I think I'll do better with stick figures, and it will make sense in a second. So this is the first person. This is you. This is the second person. This is the third person. So in the first 2, ni nafanya kitu, tu nafanya kitu. Kitu is just something. Yeah. So I'm just gonna be saying I'm doing something, you're doing something. So kitu is just something. So ni nafanya kitu, I am doing something, that's me as first person. And then tu nafanya kitu, that's we. Me and second person. U nafanya kitu is me addressing the second person. So u nafanya kitu. And nafanya kitu would be like if there's many people standing next to me, they would both be second person. It's just gonna be second person plural. And then it's here, anafanya kitu would be like I'm talking to the second person about the third person. And wanafanya kitu is if you have many third persons that are doing stuff. So to just keep that in mind, that's what it means by first, second, and third person. So first person is myself, second person is who I'm talking to, third person is someone I'm addressing who's not part of this conversation. Does that make sense? Yeah? Okay. Just keeping that in mind, that's what it means. So that's why we have the singular, which is ni, u, and a. So ni for first person, u for second person, and a for third person. These are plural. I mean, these are singular. So if we have a verb like kula, kula is eating. Kula is a verb, eating. So it's a verb. And if we say I am eating,
Nina.
Nina kula. Kula. You are eating, una kula. They are eating, or this other person is eating, ana kula. This is singular though. So. Yeah?
So for when you're talking about food, just leave the cha off.
Sorry?
Just leave the cha off instead of chakula. It's
Yeah.
ana kula.
Yeah. So chakula is food. Kula is the action of eating.
Ah.
Yeah. So chakula means actually the thing to eat.
Mm.
Yeah. In direct translation, chakula is food. If you break down the word, it's something that we eat. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is singular, and with plural, using the same word, we have tuna kula, which is we are eating. Tuna kula. And there's mna kula, which is other, like second person. Kula. And there is wana kula. Yeah. And that would be the plural of the first, I'll just write it here. So first person, second person, and third person. Yeah. So moving forward, we just have to remember that there's plural and singular from who you're addressing. So we don't have he, she. We only have they, you, me, we. So I'll put the pronouns that we use in Swahili on this side. So we have I, you, we, they. So that's what we use. No he and she at all. Yeah. And it gets pretty useful when you know who you're addressing and when you know, like, when you're part of the conversation, because in, let's say, English conversations, it's really easy to get into the conversation, and when someone is talking about someone, it's very easy for you to catch on, because you're like, oh, she went to the market yesterday and then she got a couple of vegetables and she got carrots and da, da. So we know that we're talking about a person who is female, and she did this and then she did that. In Swahili, you could say like alienda kule alifanya. We know we're talking about a person, we don't know who the person is. So you have to come in and be like, who are you talking about? And then they'll tell you. So there is, yeah. So unless you're directly addressing someone, like let's say for example Anna. Anna alienda, Anna alikula chakula, which is Anna ate food. It's like, okay, so we know Anna is the one who's been talking about, and we know Anna is not part of this conversation. Because if Anna was part of this conversation, it would be second person. Yeah, so just remember first person is myself, person I'm talking to, person who's not part of the conversation. Yeah. So third person is like the fly on the wall. Yeah. Should we stop there before I confuse anyone even further? Yeah? Okay. So I'll leave this as that, and then we can build on it. Yeah. You have it here as well. The connecting word, I can't even call it a word. This is a very important word, or two letters or syllable that's very important in Swahili, because it connects words together. And this is where tenses come in. So this word on its own, na, it's used in numbers in connecting. It's also used in words to connect words, but it's not isolated from the words. So in numbers, it's isolated, but in words, verbs, all the above, it's not isolated. I can leave it there. I'm seeing very concerned faces. Okay, so should I pass around the paper for everyone to put their emails again?
And music open mic, Newtown Community Center all welcome today. It's from 4:15 to 5:30. If anybody wants to go today and socialize and bring a poem.
Okay. And that is the lessons for today. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
coming. I cannot believe we actually go through all the things that I planned for today.
Beginning my coffee, my coffee.
Asante.
Beginning my coffee, my coffee. Asante, Mwalimu Mia.
And now everybody who's usually comes to this class.